Well, now we come to the first of our water-based events, and we're on the Tryweryn River. It's a very famous stretch of river for canoeists anyway, because it's part of the World Championship course. It really is rapid and white, and it is a race. It's 300 yards, a dash, and the only stipulation is, Maureen, that they have to arrive at the other end in a canoe and with a paddle, and I just wonder if you worked out how many will get there in one piece.
That's a tall order in itself, isn't it, on this type of water? Well, I think we'll be watching Phil Watkins, who's just come first in the abseiling, obviously. He lists extreme canoeing as one of his main interests and knows this stretch of the Tryweryn. The Marine Bernie Shrewsbury's good at canoeing, obviously. There's John Barry from the Outdoor Pursuit Centre at Placid Brennan. Again, knows this local territory and showed us on the abseil drop how utterly fearless and competitive he was. But I'm going to be very interested to watch Danny Nightingale. He hasn't done any canoeing on this type of white water, only on still water. He's just had to go further downstream in a practice run, and he's already taken a dip, so it's going to be interesting to watch.
So, as expected, the surfboarder and lifesaver Stuart Sherman soon pulls away from modern pentathlete Danny Nightingale. Sherman races away. The inexperienced and luckless Nightingale flounders even before he has reached the first hazard. With a boat full of water, he's in real trouble. The surfman is also shipping a lot of Tryweryn River now, and he'll need all his experience to reach the finish.
The event is over for Danny. He'll be wondering when his luck will turn for the better. Stuart struggles on. Even for a man of his experience, paddling a waterlogged canoe is no fun at all. Considering the weight of water in his boat, Stuart Sherman's finishing time of 1 minute 48.45 seconds isn't bad. Despite a certain sinking feeling, Stuart will be pleased to have finished. Danny Nightingale wishes he could say the same.
Danny, why did you withdraw from the canoeing?
I let the other competitor get away so I could choose my own line. As soon as I put my paddle in the water, the spray deck came off. So I thought, well, I'll keep going and keep fingers crossed. Then I fell in, the canoe got full, and then I just couldn't get the spray deck back on. Well, having never canoed before, I thought it might be important to get all the technical bits right. No. Had I been able, my hands were just too tired. Maybe it was the climb yesterday, I don't know. But I just couldn't get the spray cover over. They're very, very tight fitting. But mind you, Stuart, the same thing happened. His came off on the second fall, and he just kept going. And when he got out the boat, his boat sank apparently at the end. It was absolutely chock-a-block with water. Maybe that's what I should have done. But I shall know next time that's what I should do.
I just ripped out first rapids.
Yes.
First time I leant on the paddle, out it came, full of water. And every time I went further and further, just filled up. So, can't make any
No.
won't make any good time on that at all.
And you can't compare it with any other canoeing you've done, I suppose?
No, I'm all in the surf. Add a bit of salt to this water and I feel a lot better.
In the abseil event at Cwm Idwal, John Barry and Keith Geddes came 5th and 6th respectively. Now the strong rivals meet each other on the Tryweryn. Both from major outdoor pursuit centres, they'll be more than competent canoeists. As a captain in the Royal Marines, John Barry saw active service in Borneo and spent 6 winters in Arctic Norway. A specialist in the extreme rock climbs of the Eiger and the Matterhorn. He's also been twice to the Himalayas. Barry boxed and played rugby for the Marines as well.
His friendly rival, Keith Geddes, is a senior instructor at Glenmore Lodge in the Cairngorms. He's a rock climber and competition skier. No mean canoeist either. It's Geddes who wins this heat.
Well, man, pretty close, John. Hey, pretty close.
enjoyed that?
Yes, it was very refreshing. It certainly seemed a lot easier than yesterday's event anyway. The run, climbing abseil. Yeah, it certainly suited me a lot better.
Reasonably happy with that performance?
Yes, I'm quite pleased.
I'm not really a paddler, I'm not a paddler at all, so I was really concentrating and staying in my boat. It was a bit of a disaster if you fall out. And putting on whatever speed I thought I'd dare put on, which worked quite well to start with, and I lost a bit of fast water somewhere, and he's ugly in front, but he's even uglier behind, you know, so it wasn't much to chase, really.
Well, you still got time to catch up with him, haven't you?
Yeah. We'll catch up with him tonight in the bar.
Keen rivals Peter Livesey and Bernie Woodward get away, and there's conflict almost immediately. Livesey gets the best line to the first fall, and they collide in the narrow channel. Woodward has a hopeless task now, but he'll keep trying.
Bastard!
The cool Livesey just gets on with it. Woodward is a real competitor too. He skillfully battles on.
Barring mishaps, Peter Livesey should win this one. But despite those early setbacks, the resilient Woodward has managed to tighten the gap. Bernie is no more than 40 yards behind his opponent on the home stretch. It's Peter Livesey, though, with 1 minute 36.5 seconds. But a fine recovery by Woodward. A race then which had some drama and a hint of controversy.
The skill in this kind of thing is to keep in the fastest water. Stopping off right, it's not too much of a problem, but it's keeping on line.
I was on one of the falls. I wasn't impeded by Pete, but obviously with two people going for the same line, one's got to come unstuck, and I was thrown into an eddy, which lost me a lot of time, and obviously I was trying hard to catch him up. And when you're trying hard, you're not looking at your line. I got caught on the second fob.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you know what the line is, there's only one best line, and so you both go for it. You know.
And who got it?
Me.
You see, I was right. I caught him up as soon as we got to the first fall, but because I'd caught him up and I wanted the same line, only one person can go through on it.
Tactics.
The final pair are very evenly matched. Phil Watkins of the Army Physical Training Corps wearing number 3, and number 4, Bernie Shrewsbury of the Royal Marines.
Phil Watkins got his army colours in 3 different sports. He's been a cricketer, rugby player, cross-country runner and pole vaulter. He lists as his main interests, in addition to parachuting, extreme skiing, extreme climbing and of course extreme canoeing. Still in the lead, but only just, is Bernie Shrewsbury. He too is an all-round sportsman, and being a Royal Marine, he's very experienced in whitewater canoeing. So, as they approach the finish, Watkins makes a desperate effort to catch Shrewsbury. But a lead of 2 lengths is enough to hold him off, and Bernie Shrewsbury comes in at 1 minute 36.3 seconds, the fastest time in this event.
The elegant proportions of a river canoe and the graceful movements of its occupant belie the truth. Canoe racing is in fact one of the most exhausting of activities, especially when competitors are matched as evenly as this pair. gave that all you had there, Bernie.
Hey, Phil was very close all the time. I sensed his boat bang in the back, and I knew he had the power, so I knew I had to make the move first if I was going to get anywhere against him. Very good, Phil.
Yeah, well, race. That was good for Bernie. Good. Hard to pass someone. You know where you want to go, but it's very difficult to get there.
Is it a question of just taking the fastest water, then it's difficult to pass someone?
Yes, basically. I mean, there's one fast way down, and the one on it will be going fastest. But, notwithstanding, if you can paddle faster and stronger, doesn't matter what line you take, I'm sure you'd beat him down. It's just that I'm not faster or stronger at the moment. But enjoyed it. It was good.
So after 2 events of the British Meat Challenge, whilst the unfortunate Danny Nightingale lies at the bottom of the list with 1 point, Peter Livesey, the oldest competitor at 39 years of age, holds 3rd place with a total of 12 points. In 2nd place with 14 points is the Army PTI, Phil Watkins. In overall lead with 15 points out of a possible maximum of 16 is the Royal Marine Bernie Shrewsbury.
The next event to test the strength, courage and fitness of our competitors is a swim down the canoe course, only with a lot more water. Then there's a ropes course to test this time their strength, speed and agility.